Okay, everyone, so it's wanting to maintain one's purity seems to be of a worthwhile endeavor. There is something that occurs when we forgive ourselves. You see, a lot of you know how indoctrinated we have become over the years and how easy it is to just submit to these ideas, a lower quality of human life. But what happens when we forgive ourselves for being in that situation in the beginning? We allow ourselves to kind of shift out of that paradigm. I myself had to forgive myself for lowering myself into a paradigm of over sexualization. I allowed people to see me in that way. I submitted to those ideas because it was just easier. And being a born again virgin, approaching the world, it's not the most popular mindset. A lot of what we're seeing now is a complete system. It creates itself perfectly. Now, I didn't really understand this so deeply until recently when I was watching another YouTuber. I'm going to say her name because I believe this is a important dialogue for all of us to share. So if it does get back to her, it's probably productive. But with her ideas about claiming her identity as an S worker just because she was born female is, to me, the definition of insanity. But I realized what's happening with that person is she is unconsciously complementing a complete system of beliefs that she was born into. She unknowingly is trying to make sense of a dysfunctional hypnotization that she is now undergoing. And like I said, I have gone through that in the past. So the definition of unadulterated is something that is of itself. It's pure. It has not been diluted by an inferior substance, idea, belief. So for me, there is this understanding. I see what these humans are trying to do. They're trying to understand the power of their own creation, and they're afraid of it. So they default to these lower paradigms, these, like I said, these complete systems of beliefs that they complement each other. That's why for me, I was realizing over the years, like, I'm not mad at men. And you know what? I'll be honest. I'm seeing how the feminine aspect has completely complemented a lot of those rotten beliefs. Now, this Manifestel character is showing me exactly that. She is creating a cage out of another cage. So that's okay. We when we're in that dynamic, what we can do is forgive ourselves. What Manifestel needs to do is she needs to forgive herself. She herself is a victim of over-sexualization. She did not cognitively understand how to get out of that paradigm, so she created another structure within it. But if she were to deeply dive into her inner child and forgive herself, her own being, all the choices she's made, she would find a way out. she would no longer be a victim of that. Men would no longer even be the basis of her notion. She would be then in her co-creative, real manifestation game. And I mean that unadulterated, pure aspect. So for me, I don't even really see myself as a feminist. I've been called that. People see me, out here doing my thing, and for me it means embodying the strength that I am, regardless of my gender. I was born a female human. My goal is to therein be the highest form, embodying the highest light of what a female human being could potentially create itself to be.
I'm not asking anybody to do that. I'm not demanding from others to see me as that. I couldn't care less.
I'm already doing it. And to me, that is what most human women are trying to figure out right now. We've been so indoctrinated. Video just showed me how well the women are submissive to their own predator. They go into it knowingly. They see themselves as being exploited, and yet they submit to it. And it's been something for me to wake up and be like, wow, I've done this in the past and I don't want to do this anymore. It's so bad for us. We're not just sexual beings for the ego of the fragile male to figure himself out. Sorry. The human female goes so much further, far beyond than her sexual nature. Get over it. You gotta help the kids too. The more we over sexualize women, the worse it becomes for the kids.
Just the downfall of a civilization.
You know that this occurs. The nucleus of the family. It's what do you want?
Do you want to over-sexualize yourself, or do you want to evolve?
We're evolving. So I know someone's going to be like, well, your videos, you don't wear anything in your bath. Well, I'm actually doing an installation in this simulation perfectly for your dirty eyes. There has been a desensitization of the female human naked body to strip her and humiliate her. Speaking of humiliation tactics, Manifestel, is something in your drink? There isn't a need for that anymore. We're needing to see the female human body in its purity. And that's what you're now seeing if you're on my channel. Amped up. I feel like I'm the only one going against the tide. So I gotta come with some fire on this, and I'm gonna do it. And another aspect of this that has really come to the forefront of my understanding and my own path of being unadulterated is not allowing myself to partake in adulterated money. The money that has been put through hands that are, by definition, inferior. It's energy that would bring my energy down. I'm being pressured, you guys. When you leave the Matrix, especially if you have gifts or talents or anything that the Matrix wanted you to sell, they will pressure you. And the biggest thing that I did for myself was to create that purity around my money. Yeah, I'm not on Forbes, okay? But I am rich. There is this beautiful cleanse that comes over us when we don't deal with those people anymore. No, the Skeksis are not writing our checks. There's an orchestration for us to have abundance and to be provided for. I feel like a lot of people make this mistake where they're really scared to make that leap into being unadulterated, living in the light, because they don't think they'll be taken care of. Because when you are adulterated, when you are doing that stuff with the Skeksis, yes, you're taken care of. You're on those balconies. But you aren't really good. There isn't this autonomy. There isn't this grace within your spirit. That comes in when you give over your faith to God and give into the abundance matrix. Trust in the faith of our own co-creative forces. A lot of people are being stuck in that era of, okay, yes, I see the light. I love Jesus. I want to be good. But the Skeksis are writing my checks. I get it. But there's a point where you got to make that leap of faith. You got to know that you're going to have more wealth on the outside. You got to know that you're going to be taken care of by the stars. Everything is going to be aligned for you. And you don't even have to worry about those really sketchy people anymore. That's the difference that I'm talking about. That's the paradigm shift. I know there's people out there that are seriously wanting to align with the light, but it has to do with your money. There's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. We're asking our spirit for unadulterated money. We're living unadulterated lives. We're not doing the S-worker, Skeksy dance anymore, all right? We're having our purity playtime, okay? I love you guys.